What's up, guys? Welcome to the
What's up?
first episode of the SkullTank.
Yeah, this is take two, man. Can you tell these people that what we've been through? It's a journey.
Yeah, the shit we have to endure for you guys just to get you some content out.
Just to get just to get spammed by one of the bosses. What are you doing? And line limericks and haikus and similes.
Now we're gonna get bombarded by Abbas and David.
Yeah, yeah. He wants to fight as David and Abbas. It's he's like the killer bees putting on the mask.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's not happening. I'm just telling you, it's not happening, buddy.
Well, guys, our mission statement with this whole thing is just to a lot of people like myself. We like to digest a lot of audio content. I know I'm not the only one. And that's just our way of getting a little bit extra content out there. Maybe talking about the fights a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, and just talk about the fights, digest them down a little bit, and see what's gonna happen on the next cards.
Yeah. So, last card was an interesting one. That was booked by Sunwave and Pepsi. Shout out.
It was, yeah. I think they kind of hit it out of the park.
Yeah, you know what? With some mild hiccups here and there, we still ran at like 2 hour 30, which isn't bad. That's actually really good. Without the hiccups, it would have been an hour 30.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things I think we've done exceptionally well is kind of keep a consistent time on what we're doing.
Yeah, I would say the biggest moment was the return of Mr. Slick Kittens.
That was a huge moment. That could have been the biggest moment of the card. I'd say that, or I mean, the main event obviously was amazing with
I
Ant
would
taking
say, you
out
know what?
Expert.
The biggest surprise was how easy Pimp dispatched the Starzo. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's we didn't hang on that too much because I think we were kind of pressed for time. But that was shocking, kind of how easy he took him out in kickboxing.
Yeah, he didn't like with how Star was doing in BKB. I thought it would be more of a fight, but like throughout the whole thing, you could tell he was not in the fight at all.
Yeah, and if I had it to do again, commentary wise, because we kind of got distracted with all the technical issues and the overseas players coming in, but I really think we would have pushed the whole champion versus champion thing, because I completely wasn't even thinking about it till we were almost all the way done with the fight.
Yeah, shit. How did we not think of that? Fucking hell. Yeah,
Right, I'm
look at
like
a couple
we
of
literally,
geniuses we are.
I'm like we literally have the MMA champ fighting the bare knuckle champ, and they're doing it in the
Oh man.
kickboxing.
Yeah, that should have been a bigger deal. Our bad guys, but maybe it's a good thing we didn't put emphasis on that because that kind of just made the BKB division look bad. Then if that was their champion,
Yeah,
he got
that's I
sent to
mean
slaughter.
that's a one way to look at it, I guess. But I think anybody that's tried any of the different sports can attest to how different they truly are and the intricacies that are involved in all of them. So I mean, God knows I'm not going to be a kickboxing champion anytime soon. I would never be able to beat Ant in a kickboxing match.
Hey, but you beat him in an MMA match.
I did do that. I pulled one out against him. I had to kind of grapple fuck him, but I'll take a win's a win.
Yeah, win is a win. Another surprising one was how easy Abbas dispatched Himeth with 15 strikes. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know what we were watching. Honest to God.
I thought it was Lickma Game Bread too.
Yeah, it largely seemed like that. And Abbas wasn't even supposed to be the original opponent. Wasn't it? P. Jesus was supposed to be fighting him off, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, and Abbas just, the little fucker just sees his opportunities and makes the most out of them.
Yeah, this card tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry, Thursday, he's going to be fighting a new guy, Candyman.
Yeah, so what's you've been literally like Shang Tsung out here recruiting all the monsters from around the planet and bringing them into our league here. What's the read on this guy?
Uh, the man likes the ground. That's what I would say. He's a ground guy. He's not a striker. He prefers to wrestle.
Okay,
But he does have some striking acumen. He likes to do the pep step.
he does. Okay, a pep stepping wrestler that ought to be interesting.
Yeah, another one of the newbies is fighting too. He's booked. I already booked that match in my mind. It's Quelly is here against Obas in an MMA match.
So Quelly's gonna be fighting Obas in
Obas.
the okay, yeah, all right, yeah. I heard somebody said they seen Obas in the wrestling room.
Yeah, he's been doing better. I wouldn't say he's doing the best, but he's doing better. They said Quelly is like my clone because I taught him the art of leg kicks.
Ah, okay. Was he the one that which one does the submissions you were telling me about?
MK, I haven't heard from him.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he'll maybe we'll get lucky and he'll sign up, or maybe he'll we'll catch him later down the road.
Yeah, I also brought, we brought back Ronan, if anyone remembers him.
Oh, is he back? Because I wrote Ronan a few times and I didn't get any responses.
His name is Cam Hux now.
Oh, did he changed names? Did he change genders for a chance?
No, unfortunately, no, he did not. But he's already starting with Ava, so that'll be a fight down the line.
Yeah, they were pissing each other off years, or I should say years ago, but back in the day. So
Yeah,
he oh,
yeah,
and then we got Ponage, right? Is he back? I seen he
yeah, he's
joined the
back
league.
too. Jesus, yeah, it's like we're getting everyone back. The whole band's coming back together. It's like the
Yeah, it
Beatles.
really is. We're getting the whole gang back together here,
Yeah,
and getting new people as we do this thing. Um, yeah, looking forward to like the next week or so. So things we've got on the horizon. Obviously, we've Ant just defended his kickboxing belt. Starzo won uh, the bare knuckle strap off Abbas, so he's going to have a defense coming up probably in the next week. And then we've also on the MMA side of things, which I'd say is our most competitive division.
Sunday. It's definitely happening Sunday. They
Yeah,
both put it ready.
so we've got the man Pimp Daddy, and he's going to be taking on the monster that is Hamslinger.
That's
What's
gonna
our
be a
thoughts
tough
about
one.
that?
That's a tough one. That's a tough proposition to fight him, especially Big Daddy, who's been on a hot and cold streak. Ham has been like he neutralized Ant. He made it look easier than your fight.
He did. That was my takeaway after the thing. I know we talked about it in the podcast that we fucked up and didn't record right, but
Yeah,
I didn't. I had a just a. I've always had respect for Hamslinger the way he plays, but I was in there with Ant just throwing this kitchen sink at him, and he was still standing in front of me, and then the entire time I'm thinking, how in the fuck did Hamslinger get rid of this dude the way he did?
maybe it was character selection. I forgot who he picked.
Was it like Jim Miller versus Cerrone or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't
that was a
remember.
bad matchup. That would have been a bad
I could
matchup
be
for any
wrong
man.
about that. I want to say that one of them had Cerrone or something, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Let me look. I'll look. But yeah, that was a. I don't know. I don't think Pimp can get this, man. This is a tough fight.
I'm curious
Oh,
what tactic, what game plan that Pimp's going to utilize because is he's definitely been more into submissions lately, and I wonder if he's gonna like is he gonna try to attempt to submit Hamslinger because that's not an easy damn thing to do.
nope. No, it's not. I think he's gonna use his teeps. It was Demetrius Johnson against Scott Jorgensen.
That's what it was. Yeah, of course it was some weird Scott Jorgensen
Yeah,
pick from Hamslinger. Yeah, they were the. I think that was the thumbnail for the video on YouTube.
yeah, that was a bad pick. DJ is not for me. He's not that good in the game.
I've never been a huge fan of DJ either. I've been more of a Dominic Cruz fan.
Yeah, yeah. DJ is better in real life, but like in the game, yeah, I think it's before his like rise when he just cleaned out that whole division. Was it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was before there was flyweight. He
Yeah.
was kind of a middle of the road bantamweight. Like he lost to Brad Pickett, he lost to Dominic Cruz.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry.
All right, we're back, guys. Sorry about the little intermission. So, what were we talking about, Skull?
We were talking about Ham against Pimp. It's a very dangerous proposition, more dangerous than Robert Redford and your wife. Boom.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be a question of character selection, I suppose, on Pimp's part because I don't see Ham going a different game plan because he kind of just does one game plan.
What would when Pimp is a good weight class pick? What do you think is a good weight class for him to pick?
I mean, he seems to really do well against or with Bustamante, even against wrestlers like Chris Benoit. Um, People that want to he's done well against people that want to take him down with Bustamante because he'll just kind of wait him out and then try to hit that later round submission.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. With the grapple heavy style, you burn a lot of stamina. That might be the key for Pimp to win.
Yeah, and Bustamante is he's got a lot of sweeps. He's a hard one to really find a nice cushy spot to ground and pound on.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man. Because think about it. If you think about it, like, do you think he's gonna pick that though? Will he go for Bustamante?
I don't know. He has who did he win the title with?
I'm gonna look it up. Give me a sec.
Yeah, that's a good question because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have two old men that got bashed in their brains.
Exactly. We can remember Robert Redford jokes, but we
Donald
can't remember.
Cerrone.
All right, so he had Cerrone, and then who did he was Pettis?
Maybe Corey.
Corey had Pettis.
Bad pick. That was a bad one.
Yeah, so Cerrone did good work for him. But he had bad moments in that fight too, though.
Yeah, but that's not like Ham's strength when he got caught.
Right.
Too. But who knows? Maybe Ham's been working secretly in the lab, and we're just a bunch of schmucks.
Well, and then that's the thing. Like, you don't beat somebody like Ant without being competent in all areas, unless you just flash knock at him or something. But like that was a systematic destruction that Hamslinger put on Ant.
I wouldn't even say destruction. It was an execution.
Yeah, it was pretty startling what he did to him.
He made a man that was our pound for pound best, made him look like a nobody, man.
Yeah, to the point where let me check. Yeah, he's not even Ant's went from being champion to now he's not even in the top 5 on the MMA rankings.
He is. Oh, MMA,
yeah, pound for pound he is, but not MMA rankings.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this division is by far our most stacked division, but yeah, that's gonna really answer some questions for it's gonna make the landscape a little bit more clear.
Yeah.
Because we also have yeah, I mean, we got guys like myself, I'm in there. We've got Sunwave, we've got Pepsi's 2-0. I mean, we've got some serious firepower in this. I mean, Corey is,
you got me, 1-5
in there. Yeah, yeah, I mean, but Corey just picked up a win against you. Corey's still 3-1. He's very much in this, and then we got a lot of new people popping in. We got Slick. Hopefully, Guel will make his debut. We just got a lot of people chomping at the bit.
Starzo too. Starzo is still dangerous.
Yeah, he definitely is. He came up a little short in that tournament, but I mean he beat Pimp just like 2 weeks ago or something. Beat him. So
yeah, another dangerous guy was him. Now that you mentioned him.
That's another thing though. Remember, Starzo kind of ground him. He kind of took Pimp down and ground and pounded him.
Yeah.
So if Starzo could do that, I'm thinking Ham's chances of doing that are probably pretty real.
You never know, man. He might have a good pick. He's putting in the work in the factory, from what I hear.
Yeah, I mean, he's training his ass off because he's looked amazing even in the kickboxing match he just had.
Yeah, he's playing. His training partner is Himmets right now. Pimp. That's a good person to have as to counter grappling.
I really like that for both guys.
Yeah. I think Himmet's problem is that he gets the position. He just doesn't do anything in it. But now he's working on doing something in it.
and I'm gonna look at the fight card results because Himoth, I believe, just picked up a win in MMA, right?
Yeah, me. He beat me.
He did. Okay, so yeah, he's starting to turn things around there. I think depending on how he gets matched up at this next card, that's really gonna dictate his next projections of what he's gonna be doing. Because
Get Devin. You want to get Devin?
yeah, that would be the that'd be the worst thing we could do to him.
He wants good competition.
Yeah, he does. He wants good competition, but we also want. I also like to see people do good. I don't want to just keep throwing 100-pound weights on top of people.
Unless it's me, then
Unless
that's
it's
all
you,
good.
of course. You're a bit of a glutton for it.
Yeah, yeah, picking like people that don't deserve to be picked.
Um, yeah, we want people to have a good time in this league. We don't want to just keep tossing everybody to the wolves every single time and trying to drown them. So yeah, it was good to
Unless
see
you're
him.
Abbas.
Yeah, unless you're Abbas. If your name's Abbas or Skull, we have no mercy for you.
Yeah,
Um,
we have a couple of killers that haven't even made their debut too. Now that you mention it, there's Posh hasn't made his debut either.
yeah, Posh. He popped up and was all about it, and then he kind of just went ghost on everybody. I've
Oh,
always thought he had a
Joey.
lot of skill. Yeah, Joey's another one. He's what I know. He's not gonna be a guy we get every single card, but he's kind of like an expert role where he'll pop up every once in a while.
Yeah, he's basically Clint Eastwood. Pops into town, shoots everyone, leaves.
Yeah, exactly. He's just that's the kind of guy he is. And Slick might be like that as well. I'm not sure how consistent he's gonna stay with it, but yeah, I mean there are some dangerous dudes in MMA right now.
Yeah. Oh, even J Hams too. His clinch game is very underrated.
Yeah, where's he been at?
Oh man, I shot a giraffe. That's why he hasn't been here.
Oh man, how could you?
No, he's busy too. I don't know what his status is. A lot of people are busy.
Yeah, for sure, and we're thankful to get everybody that we get because we know everybody's busy. That's what we try
Yeah.
to do these on a variety of times. Like I feel like Thursday and Sundays are kind of a pretty good mix of random times to get people, and maybe we'll switch it up again because we have done them on Saturdays before, and as long as we get two a week, I don't particularly care what days they come on, but it seems like these days are working out pretty good.
Yeah. I agree. With all the influx of new people, please don't change your name if it's a number. Like we'll ban you on site if we think you're a bot.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, if your name is, just random example 815596, we're gonna think you're a bot. So for sure, don't be doing that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
it's plaguing like any Discord I'm in. There's always a bot. Don't be that guy.
Um,
Um,
Also,
I
guys,
think
I've touched on it on the last cards. Make sure that if you got a fight coming up, if you're not gonna be able to make it, that's fine. But try to let us know, or if you're gonna be late or something, that's fine. We can bump the card. But always know where we are on the card. You don't have to watch the whole damn thing if you don't want to, but at least kind of know where we are in the card because we're not gonna give you a half hour to get your shit together if you got a fight coming up. We're gonna say your name, and if you're in and you're ready, then that's perfect. If not, we're gonna give you just a few seconds, and then we're gonna move on with our lives.
yeah,
And it's not fair to your opponent because they showed up, they took time out of their day to try to get a fight, and for people to just come in and then be like, oh shit, I don't even have my computer on, or I don't have my controller, I can't find batteries. You guys gotta get that shit under control.
we got wires and live.
Exactly, we got wives and lives. Um, Now, the interesting thing we're gonna run into as we grow here, Skull, is fights versus number of fights versus amount of content.
Mmm. Give these people an example while I chew my food.
Yeah. So, for example, the largest number of fights we've had on a card is 12, and we like to keep
Yep.
these things right at 2 hours 30 minutes or under. You know, we've like I said, we've experienced leagues where they run much longer than that, and it becomes troublesome. Uh, so we want to definitely keep them at 2:30 or less. So what we are going to run into is the more fights we have, the less time we have to devote to reading stats, to talking about the fights, digesting them, reading comments on Twitch, doing post-fight interviews, all that kind of jazz. So we're
Yeah.
gonna probably want feedback from you guys. Of kind of tell us what you want to see. Do you want to cram as many fights as possible onto a card, or do we want to trim these cards down to like 7 to 9 per card, and just everybody gets more of a treatment?
For me, I prefer more fights because the interview should be saved for like main events or big upsets.
I agree. Um, However, I do want to, if there are up and coming hot shit people that might not be at the highest level yet, like an intercontinental champion type situation, for example. I've always there could be interesting beefs and storylines happening at places other than the tippity top.
Yeah, like right now we had today we had a newcomer Candyman just start shit with Abbas.
Which I love.
Yeah, fucking cooked them with the Ben Askren spinning back fist meme.
Yeah,
He
so this is the kind of these are the decisions we're gonna have to make as we grow, guys. So chances are, if you leave it to Uncle Skull and me to make these decisions on our own, you're probably nobody's gonna be happy with what we're gonna do, because you guys are the fans, you guys are the participants, so you guys kind of got to give us the feedback.
yeah. Also, I will put in there another caveat: if you do devote time more to stats, that people only have one fight. So
Yes, that's another thing.
yeah, so
And
just keep that in mind.
yeah, and hopefully we're going to be in a situation where our roster is going to get significantly bigger, which it already has. I mean, we started out with like 4 dudes, now we got like I don't remember how many members we've got, 54 or something like that now. So
Yeah,
we're definitely getting more and more people. So it's going to stand to reason not everybody's going to get 2 fights on every card forever. So enjoy it while it lasts.
yeah, you guys are eating good. Now it's time to spread the wealth around.
But I'm not opposed to doing more exhibitions and stuff as we grow either. So that I mean there's always going to be room for that kind of stuff. But
Yeah,
if you really
yeah,
like
and we can
the
always. I was gonna say we could always make one of those cards like for newer people. Have a night devoted to them.
yeah, contender series type of thing, I think that would
Yeah.
be a cool thing.
I
Um,
still think the Ultimate Fighter, like Survivor Series style thing would be fucking hilarious.
then that might definitely be something we do in the future.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I already have two coaches in mind that hate each other. Just think of this: Abbas and PJ.
that would be hilarious. Yeah, if we're gonna pick two, that would definitely be the two, or maybe Pimp and Starzo. That'd be fun as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, it'd just be like Starzo calling Pimp old man, and then Pimp's like, "I broke your face."
Right. And there's something happened with choking to death on peanut butter, which I didn't ask anybody to elaborate on that because
Yeah,
I don't think the real story would be any funnier than it sounds in my brain.
yeah, yeah. You can't. Yeah, that's way too.
So
Um,
let's take a quick look at what we got going on kickboxing wise. So we've got here's the current rankings as they sit. We got Champion Ant, we got number 2 Pepsi Man, number 3 Sunwave, number 4 Skull Tally Klitschko, number 5 Pimp
yeah,
Daddy. So
yeah. That's a tough list.
that is, um, and we definitely are going to be needing a contender here pretty soon.
Yeah, I had a proposition for that, and it is a four-man kickboxing Grand Prix one night.
4-man kickboxing Grand Prix one night. Man, that sounds like a good ass time.
Yeah, we have to figure out who matches up with who. But you got so many intriguing matchups already with people that faced each other in other disciplines.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Let me look at the records real quick while I've got it up and um yeah, man, like yeah, you're 4-1 in kickboxing. I mean that's
Four
remarkable.
leg kick TKOs, by the way.
Are they really all 14?
Yeah,
Oh my god, I didn't know that stat.
yeah.
Uh, and then I know Sun picked up a leg kick TKO. Sunway's fucking killing the game right now. He's 3-0 in kickboxing. Um, and he's real well. He's one of the top people in MMA. Also, I think. Where is he at? Yeah, he's
Yeah, let me see.
four and
Did he
one in
fight?
MMA.
Yeah. Did he fight someone? Did he fight Pimp in kickboxing? I feel like he fought them.
That's a great question. We're gonna have to look at these. I know he fought Pimp in MMA 3 times.
Oh
Um,
my God,
with
Jesus!
two under exhibition and one in an actual league play. But I don't know if they've ever fought kickboxing.
They have not.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, just reading it now. He did not.
So that might be a fun way to start that fucker out.
Yeah, yeah. Me against Pepsi Man, and I break his leg. It sounds like a good. Man will be hobbling back to the locker room, holding up his tears, using his tears and courage, and holding himself up with a crutch. And the little Jimmies are all cheering him on, and then I break their hearts.
And then the prize for everyone's efforts is you get to run into a fucking wood chipper named Ant.
Yeah. That's the tough part. I mean, if I make it to there, I guess I'm gonna try to break his legs. I'm not gonna change the game plan.
But I do feel like he's looking a little more human these days in kickboxing.
A
Um,
night shift job will do that to you.
yeah, it will. And Abbas had some moments. Abbas dropped him 2-3 times. Expert rocked him or dropped him. I think at least there was at least 2 events he had against Ant. And that I thought Expert looked damn good. Considering,
I wouldn't say that with that. It's they knew the guys, they knew the assignment picking.
yeah,
Um, I mean, it's not like Ant didn't get rocked before. It's more like he's hittable now.
yeah, that's probably a better way to look at it. But and we all, as we know, that kickboxing is largely a game of who's left standing. It's not a. It's very 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 rare to get a flash KO in kickboxing, from my experience and from what I witnessed. Like they're every now and then.
Unless you're Abba.
Yeah, unless you're Abbas. But even though I wouldn't really say they're flashes that often. It's just like it's like you're falling into his bullshit. He's catching you with clean counters, and
Yeah.
it's usually not one shot. It's usually like he's caught you with 3 or 4 of the damn things, and it's like you can only get clean countered so many times.
Shout out to Ant, by the way, for giving out the Colonel's secret recipe.
The Colonel's. Oh, he did. Yeah, I forgot about that. He put the directions on how to take out Abbas out for everybody.
It is he's a wild card. He's like a dark horse in this kickboxing league because at some points he looks like shit. And out of nowhere he'll knock you out. He is Derek Lewis.
He is 1,000% Derek Lewis. Yeah, and
I've
he's
never seen that fight with Himeth is interesting because Himeth was like outstriking him, outclassing him, but he landed. I think those teeps to the face when he was running in is what sealed Himeth's fate.
yeah, and I don't know what Hemeth was doing really. I mean, we weren't in there, but it's just like we've been in there with Abbas many times. Um, but I mean, Abbas has got to win over you in kickboxing, so it's not like he's. And I respect that shit out of your technical skills. So
Yeah.
it's not like if you're technical, you're immune from it. But it's just like, man, I would feel like Hemeth had watched enough of Abbas losses to know not to just run right in like that on him.
Yeah. They're sparring partners too. Some of the more funniest sparring I've ever watched, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure the MMA spars are particularly great.
Yeah, it's they're a tough bunch of guys. But I don't know. Like it's just like Abbas's technique is just like a technique. It's just like sickening to watch him just beat these guys that are better than him, just
And
because he gets touches them.
is it lack of technique, or is he just doing his own technique with because he does try to swing while you're swinging, and there is a technique in that. You know what I mean? It's just not the techniques that me and you would say, look at that person's got good technique. It's not, hey, we're doing clean boxing and clean straight counters, you know, and setting up 2-3 punch combinations. His technique and his brain is, I just have to try to land while this dude is hitting me, while this dude's trying to hit me.
Yeah, and a lot of his shots go through the quick shots that usually cancel out. That cancel, like his spinning back, the Sound of Music back fist.
Yes. Yeah, and
He
he's
must be
that, and
loving
that.
that. He must be loving that he has his own section devoted to him.
Yeah, he has to. And yeah, I mean, as you see, that is a particularly devastating move against the leg kicker, and I think that's where you kind of fell trapped to his bullshit.
Yeah, to beat him is it has to be a boring fight. My biggest feeling is that I don't want to fight unless it's MMA. Then it's I can't help it if a guy's on the ground.
I want to see Skull start wrestling the shit out of people. I think that'd be an interesting shade to add to
Um,
your palette.
I've done it before. Do I like it? No. Oh, against Himeth. Oh my God, he's a good reversal. He's a reversal merchant now. He's way too good.
Well, I think I think I could help you with that. I think I got a couple things that you could throw right in the toolbox right away that would help you at least, because just the, as you seen when I was fighting Ant, like I was getting probably the better of most of the stand up exchanges,
Yep.
and it's not because I'm a better striker by any means. It's just because that threat of that takedown changes things. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like you get that guy thinking, man, he's going to take me down with Brock Lesnar, and he gets worried about that. Then all of a sudden, a straight right comes. You know, and that's the big difference. So I think somebody like you mixing in at least the threat of the damn takedown, it's going to give that person more to think about, and that's when you're going to have more success with your leg kicks.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree, man. I think that for me, my biggest failing is that I like to entertain. So once I figure out how to mix that and mix in technique, I'll be better. Like that Corey fight, I took that on short notice and I just said fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, were you having controller issues in that fight? Because
Nope,
you were
nope.
not, okay. Because that's what it looked like to me. Because I remember you said something before the match about your controller, and I was like, it looks like your block wasn't working right. But
Yeah.
Corey's
No.
Corey's fucking good. Newsflash: Corey's good at this game. So
Yeah. I was gonna say this is my fault. I mistimed his blocks because I thought because he's Sean Shirk he had smaller arms, like a smaller reach.
yeah, yeah. The Corey's what did I say his record was? He's fucking good at especially MMA. He's 3-1 against, and he's been in there with just absolute monsters. It's the Ant and Pimp Daddy, and I don't even know who all else.
Yeah, I'm like he legitimately beat me. No controller issues. My controller issue is a L1 button, so like special moves and stuff.
Gotcha.
That's why I don't do them because my controller can't.
So let's real quick. We'll wrap this up by hitting the bare knuckle rankings. So obviously our champion Starzo, who I've deemed the Michael Jordan of bare knuckle boxing, took out
Yeah.
Abbas, got him out of there. So now, as far as, obviously it's a very new division that we've got here, but we've got Starzo's 3-0 in that shit already. Then we've got Sunwave's 3-1. Which, man, he's been going in deep on it. But Sunwave had his bite at the apple already against Dobas. I'm sorry, against Abbas for the title. Abbas
Hmm.
came out on top. But I think Sun's won like 2 in a row since then.
Yeah, he
Uh,
might be the next one in line to be honest.
yeah, and then we've got the we've got Hamslinger, who looked fucking amazing, but he's also got other obligations. He's already got a date for Sunday with Pimp Daddy. And then we've got wild card guys like, I think Obas, with just a slight tweak to what he's doing and maybe just familiarizing himself with characters other than his main, which is Chael Sonnen. I think
Yeah.
Obas could be a fucking monster at bare knuckle boxing. And then we've got Pepsi Man is 1-1, with his only loss coming to Sunwave.
Yeah. This is tough. And then PX is on the rise. He beat me. It's
Yeah, oh
close
yeah,
though,
yeah.
because
He
we're
is, he is, he is 1-0, and then we've got, not for nothing, we got him at these 1-2. Had some mixed
yeah.
results. Poor him
Oh
out
man, we
this.
should have Game Breed and Lickma and BKB.
I don't know if the fans are quite ready for that, or if the athletic commission will sanction it. If I'm being honest, Skull.
Oh man, I don't know. I'll sanction that kind of fuckery just for shits and giggles. I
I
have
mean,
them fight on top of a pile of Legos.
France just legalized MMA like 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. New Jersey has. Have we had it? We had it no one for a while. So.
Well, I know where I'm at in Florida, we had one of the first ones, the Paulie Malignaggi shit.
Oh
But
yeah.
Florida also lets you fight an alligator if the money's right.
I mean, a guy from Jersey, Chuck Wepner, fought a bear twice. So what do we know?
Yeah, what do we know, right?
Willingly.
We're in the wrong industry.
Yeah, this is a wide open division. I think that if Stars, because he did get whacked and clipped against Abbas, he just has to clean up his defense.
Yeah, and I felt like he was kind of taking he was kind of headhunting a little bit against Abba. It paid off,
Yeah.
but if I watched that, like, as you watched the same shit as me, we probably had the same takeaways. Like, he was leaving some openings there that could have definitely went the wrong way if Abbas would have timed it right.
Yeah. He was doing even-handed work in the first half. Then at the second half, when he stunned him, he was like, "All right, fuck it."
Um, yeah, I do. I am kind of feeling some waves probably the front runner for the next one.
Well, that'll piss Abbas off.
Yeah, but I mean he's got to build himself back up like Somewave had to. You know what I mean? Somewave's 3-1. Abbas is 1-1.
Abbas will be like, "I gave him a tough fight. Fuck you."
And depending on how Ham and PG's go, they what being 1-0 apiece, and they could start making a run for this thing.
Yeah, honestly, Hamslinger against Abbas would be a good test to see where Hamslinger's at.
I don't hate that entirely.
I'm sure Abbas hates it. Think he
Uh,
wants to climb the top of the ladder without beating the lowest on the chain.
right.
He wants to face Goro and Shang Tsung when he's like hasn't even beaten Sonya Blade or fucking Kano.
Well, I think we'll probably go ahead and pretty much put a bow on this first episode here, which is technically our
Yeah,
second episode. You got any info to drop on these people's heads before we head out of
yeah,
here?
yeah. I would say never when you get your opponent rocked. Don't forget the single collar punch, knock him down. Then you could do more ground and pound damage.
Yeah, the old ant special.
They call that the ant special.
That that
I thought it was the Frank special.
is it the prank special? I don't do that typically.
Let's call it who's a hockey guru. It's who's a tough hockey guy. The Bobby Orr technique.
Bobby Orr, Brendan Shanahan.
Yeah, the Brendan Shanahan. There you go, the Brendan Shanahan.
That's the Brendan Shanahan. That's what we'll call it. So
Yeah, we got a lot of cool things on the horizon. There's gonna be a lot of new people. I'm still recruiting like Shang Tsung, so
yeah, we're also working on our custom ring situation, and we're
yep.
working on getting our new sport going, which we'll drop more information on that as we go. We want to make sure the presentation's right. So
Well, you have to have those music in the background, man. Can you handle listening to that for a whole fight?
yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Oh man, I kind of dig it, man. When I watched one of the cars, it was pretty dope. Um, like you don't even hear it after a while, but I'm pretty sure we just gave away what the other sport is.
Yeah, we at least dropped a bit of a hint. So um,
That was my way of dropping a hint for the people.
well, I guess on that one, this will do it for the first episode of the Skull Tank guys, and we'll try to drop one of these, maybe weekly, maybe once every 2 weeks, just as we kind of are available.
I think Honestly, I think bi-weekly might work just because we'll have a better sample size of stuff to discuss too.
Yeah, we're not Ariel Iwani or any of these fucking guys, so we do this as we
Yeah.
get time. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Next time we'll have guest star Abbas, major April Fools.
and I'm gonna look into getting this up on YouTube for you guys, and I'm gonna also look into doing an RSS regular old podcast feed. So if anybody just wants to listen to it on whatever their podcast app is, I don't know shit about that stuff, but I'm gonna learn for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I'm BJJ Frank the Tank, and this is Skull Tally, and this one's in the books. See you guys.
See ya.